All right, I'm going to be talking about a niche and a topic that I don't normally talk about. I don't think I've ever actually shared this with you guys on this channel, but a new software came out today that is so exciting that I just couldn't hold back. I've got to tell you guys about this software, okay? I have other channels I could make this review for that are more suitable for this niche, but I just felt like you guys would want to see another niche a little bit different than what I normally talk about. So hopefully you'll join me for the rest of this video and let's get started. So this is TPT, or Teachers Pay Teachers. Let's go and see how much traffic this website gets per month. It gets almost 30 million people to this site every single month. So just to put that into context, guys, AppSumo doesn't really even get about 3 million. So this website gets 10 times the amount of search people and traffic coming to the site than even AppSumo themselves. That just puts things into context for you. So this is Teachers Pay Teachers, and this is my store. I've never shared this before. I don't think I've actually ever shared this on any of my other videos and my other YouTube channels that I manage this stuff in, but I just felt like I wanted to show you because I know you guys would want me to lead with proof that this stuff works. But this is Coloring Bistro. We have a 4.8 average rating, almost 200 reviews, so almost 5-star rating. Pretty cool stuff. Got followers. You can see where I live, Rio Rancho, New Mexico, all this stuff. I'm signed into my account. You can see some of the products that I sell right over here. We can go into coloring books. I've got all kinds of coloring books that we sell in here. This one was a top selling coloring book, this shark coloring book. You can see we have 6 reviews on it, 5 stars. This is another business that I've never shared with you guys that I run. I also do Etsy, and I also have done Amazon KDP publishing coloring books and stuff, and I never, that one actually got banned. And so I'm looking to get back into that, but that's another business, another topic. If you are interested in this kind of stuff, just say coloring book. Just type the word coloring book in the comments below, and I'll know that you want more content on this. But most likely I'll refer you to one of my other channels because I don't want the LearnWire to turn into some coloring book channel or something like that, right? So don't worry, I'm not going to make too many more videos about this stuff, guys. But I want to go over here real quick and share with you some of the, I'm going to go to the dashboard. I'm going to show you proof that this stuff works. So this is just a little tiny coloring book account that I created on TPT. And you can see that I made $60 so far this month. We can go, year to date, what did I make this year? Haven't published anything new, and we still made $1,300. And you can see that just the consistent sales, it's just nonstop. I make sales every single day on this. And mind you, I have not published a new product on this account in like 3 years. I stopped doing this business. I used to have a VA. I used to create products and publish these myself. I have not done anything with this for years, and I'm still making, on most months, I make $100 per month. And let's go finally over to here and show you all time. And we're looking at almost $6,000 that I made from this little business over here, publishing some coloring book products. And you can see, we had some really good growth. And if I would have stuck with it, we probably would be making thousands per month, but I kind of went away from the business. But you can see they're just very steady, just very steady, $100, $200 per month, like clockwork for years and years. All right. So why do I bring that up? To show you the proof. Okay. Well, we have a new tool. I'm going to go and test this out. I actually have not even used it, but I've already went through the training. This is from Ike Paz. He's very well known in the Amazon KDP publishing space, low content publishing space, and more specifically coloring book space. And so he knows what he's talking about. He's been in the market and the niche and creating and selling great products for years and years. He's a top seller on Warrior Plus and so forth. And you guys know I don't bring Warrior Plus products to you guys unless they are super, super good. I have a great feeling about this one. I've already gone through the training, and I've already gone through looking at the software and everything. And this is just going to be mind blowing what this can do. Okay. And just before I get started, 4 years ago when I was really heavy into Amazon KDP and coloring books and all this stuff, this is actually how I got started. This is what motivated me and got me into creating this channel, LearnWire. I used to have another channel called Teach Me Money Methods. And some of you have been with me along the journey for the last 4 years. And you guys were with me from my very first YouTube channel, which was called Teach Me Money Methods. It's since then just called David Mills. But for about a year and a half there, I shared my journey with creating coloring books and stuff like that. And I grew my channel and so forth. And so this is a big market over here. And I'm really grateful for that market because it got me going with making money online. I started making hundreds of dollars a month with the coloring book business. And then I kind of graduated over to, LearnWire and being passionate about software and so forth. Okay. So that just takes you along the little journey right over here. We're going to go test this out. But before I show you the tool real quick, I want to show you that I did put together a bonus package because a lot of people are going to see this video that are not subscribed to LearnWire, that are not really my normal customer base or viewership. And I want to be able to just throw some goodies in there. If you do decide to pick up Nurie Creator by Ike Paz, if you pick this up with this link, the link will be right below this video, and you go and click, and you see over here, all you have to do is just click on one of these buttons right here, and it'll take you to the product. And you can see this is updated 11/15, so November 15th, and it ends on November 18th. And this is when you get the best price. The price starts at $37. I'm just going to tell you right now, but I'm going to go through my bonuses real quick. You're going to get bonus number 1 from me. And this is where it's a video training course where I teach you how to go and find the cheapest labor for a virtual assistant that you can train. And some of them are already you'll be able to find people that already know how to do this stuff. And you can go out there and basically hire someone to go run this business for you. And I did do that. And that's how I built this business. And I'm still making money to this day from that. So this absolutely works. This could be a course that I could sell for easily $100, $200. You get that for free just for diving in. I recommend doing this, learning how to do all this stuff yourself, create coloring books, but then outsource it to somebody. And then you could either double up and have somebody working full time for you for just a few $100s a month. And then you can also work on the project, and then you can just completely amplify your earnings and building your business. This isn't a complete business. I can tell you right now that my best friend is making over $20,000 on his Shopify store and his Etsy shop, where he's selling digital prints and digital files and selling those and making over $20,000 a month. So this stuff absolutely works, guys, if you guys are looking for a business model to start making money online. So you're going to get all these coloring pages right over here. So you have a bonus robots page. It's a full coloring book interior. All these robots, you can interchange all these, create your own coloring books. We've got bonus number 3. These are all, I have the rights to give away all these because we created them. I hired and outsourced artists and graphic designers to create all these coloring pages. And I'm giving them away to you as a giant bonus if you pick up Nurie Creator through my link, okay? Bonus number 3, you're going to get the Safari coloring pages. Bonus number 4, you're going to get a complete inspirational coloring book for kids interior, and you get a template where you can change out the cover to this in Canva. Super cool stuff. Bonus number 5, you're getting fairy coloring pages right here, full-blown custom coloring pages. And you're getting another bonus right here. Bonus number 6, 5 dragons and space coloring pages. Bonus number 7, animals, alphabet coloring pages, caters to a younger, preschool, kindergarten, first grade audience right here. Bonus number 8, you're getting ecom printables bonus, 30 Valentine's backgrounds. That's coming in a few months. So nice to gear up for that. You can create all kinds of different stuff, journals and low content stuff. You can also put a border, turn these into black and white. You can put these on coloring pages as well. Bonus number 9, 40 construction coloring pages with backgrounds right here. Bonus number 10. This one is super, super cool. You're going to get 20 backgrounds that you can, this is really great for adding in coloring pages or clip art on top of these to make some really unique coloring pages, or just put quotes on top of these. So you're getting this whole bonus package right here for free if you decide to pick up Nurie Creator with this link, okay? So I'm going to go and just get started with this real quick. So we have enter our prompt over here. You have the sidebar over here. We can even enable quick SVG export. So every design you create in here, you can actually export it as an SVG, which is super, super cool. But generally speaking, to keep the file size down and everything, for most of the time, unless you're actually trying to sell SVGs or whatever, and you want to up the quality of your products that you're selling, for just normal coloring pages, interiors, PNGs will work just fine. I'm going to enable that right there. We have our export options over here. Now, I am on the elite version. There are some one-time offers, and it just takes you get more in the software, and it unlocks more capabilities of the software. The front end price is $37, and then there's a couple of different one-time offers that take you to the one-time offer 1 is a pro version. The one-time offer 2 is the elite version, which I think is like $197. I don't know. I forget what the pro version is, but we're going to just go ahead and get started right here. And a couple important things to know right here is that instead of throwing in a really advanced prompt, like going to ChatGPT and saying, create a really cool prompt, and it's like a paragraph long, and you guys have seen those, right? You don't have to do that. They take care of all that for you. All you have to do is just put in, like right over here, if I wanted to go with lion, right? We can go no background, and you can change the size. Look at all the sizes right over here. 8x11 is the default size. Most of the time, that's what you're going to be using, even if you're selling these on Etsy, if you're TPT, if you're selling these on just anywhere, right? On Amazon as well. 8.5 by 11 is the standard size. But look at all these art styles we have right here. We have a kawaii stained glass steampunk pop art. We've got just anime. There's so many watercolors, the boho minimalist comic, so many different types that we can go with, but we'll stick with none for now. And then you have your line thickness, thin, medium, and thick. You can adjust that further later on, but let's just stick with medium. We can generate the images. We can queue, task, and notify by email. Now, this particular button right here, I can tell you, is only available in either the Pro or the Elite. And I just want to be honest about that right up front, that if you only pick up the front end offer, which is totally fine, then you're going to say generate images right here. So we're going to generate this image, and you can see it's generating. So it's cooking up the scene recipe, just a few seconds, generating images for lion. Please wait. Now, and it'll give it an elapsed time. Now, you can't click away from this. You could go and do other things, go get a cup of coffee or whatever. If you're on the front end offer, if you're on the $37 offer, this is where you're going to be operating, right? So just imagine, depends on how many pages you're creating and so forth. I don't know what this turbo mode is actually, but we have our AI generation. We'll go take a look at single niche multiplier and upload clip art. Those are also Pro and Elite offers as well, or parts of the tool. But right now we're just creating a no background image real quick. You can see where I'm going to push pause and we'll come right back. Okay, perfect. So that literally took 60 seconds. We'll come over here and it created 4 images for us. And a couple things that I need to explain to you is that they have already taken care of the ups. You do not need to take these in like you do in Midjourney. You have to push the upscale button, or if you create these in other AI image creators, you usually have to go and then upscale them and do all kinds of stuff with them. This is built into the tool. They are already upscaled and they're perfectly sized. So super cool. So we can go and click on PNG, we can edit this, we can add, we can change the line thickness. So let's say we want to keep this one right here, okay? So, and you can see they've also perfected the prompting. So right here you can see this one, no, that one looks pretty good. The tail's a little weird, but 1, 2, 3. So these are all really good images. A lot of times, and I've used AI image for coloring book creation, and it's hit and miss. They usually work only about 20% of the time to get where you want. This is literally operating at 80 to 100%. Now we can change the thickness. Now watch, if I move this up right here, even in the front end, you're gonna be able to boom, update image, and you can see, watch, the line thickness right here is going to get much, much darker. And you can see it's updating. And now you can see that this is darker right here. This is way darker than the other 3. This one came out naturally a little darker on the line thickness, but you can always adjust this. Let's just take it way up just to show you what it's capable of doing. And you can see it's updating right over here along the way, anything that it's doing in the system. And there you go. You can see it's very dark. So it depends on what style you're going for, but generally speaking, the line thickness at 0, the way that they have it, works out great for coloring books, okay? So you have that. We can go and let's just say we want to add this. And then what ends up happening if you click the add button, and like I said, I'm not sure if the add button, because I'm on the Elite version and I just got to tell you that I've got full access to the software. So some of these, I'm not 100% sure on some of the abilities that you'll get in the front end offer. I apologize ahead of time because I have full access and I just don't know, because what I'm looking at for the first time, right, it's fully loaded with everything, right? So I just apologize ahead of time that the front end offer may not have some of the capabilities and tools that I'm using. But essentially what I can do is I can push add here, and then you can see it's going to come over here and it's going to add these. If I add another one, it's going to go ahead and add it to the left-hand side over here. And what we're doing is we have total selected 2 images. We're basically building a coloring book as we speak right now, right? We can delete, we can export, we can Speedy book export. That's definitely, I'm not going to really go over that. Maybe I will at the very end just do a quick 1-minute version of the Speedy book export, which I know is only available on the Elite version. If you want to create full-blown 40-page coloring books with just a couple of clicks of a button, you do need the Elite version, okay? Those of you that know anything about this space though, the coloring book space, and how profitable it actually is on those platforms that I've mentioned, Etsy, Shopify, Teachers Pay Teachers, and especially Amazon KDP, know the value of this software. Even at $197 lifetime offer, this is just a crazy software. To be completely honest with you too, before we move forward, actually, I'll tell you a little bit about that. Let's do something and then I'll tell you a little backstory about my software creation experience. So now I want to go with Lion, and let's go background layer assist. So I'm going to go with that, and let's also select, so we're going to go with background, but let's also go with a stained glass, and let's go with a thick thickness, and then we'll go with generate And there is a queue task for notify. We'll do that when we create the coloring book, and we'll come back in a little while. We'll create like a 5 or 10 page coloring book. So we push the generate button. And while it's going to go ahead and generate those images for us with backgrounds in the stained glass style for us. Now, 4 years ago when I first got going with coloring books and I started making thousands of dollars, and it was a really awesome niche. And then I kind of got burnt out of it. And so then I left that niche, right? And I wanted to talk about affiliate marketing and software and so forth, right? So that's kind of like my journey the last 4 years of affiliate marketing and YouTube. But 4 years ago, when I was really heavy in this space and I was, kind of big on Warrior Plus and so forth, I wanted to create the first quotes coloring book generator, like a software, right? And there was nothing out on the market like it. And this was before AI. This was before Midjourney. This was before, all of your, DALL-E 3 and your Leonardo and just all the AI image models that we see today. And it's almost laughable to think that there was a time, even just 3 to 4 short years ago, where these AI image and stuff did not exist. Okay. So keep that in mind. I went ahead and hired a developer, and you can see that the images came on right over here. And I'm not seeing, did I not background layer assist? I'm not seeing that it created the backgrounds for us. But let me finish with my story real quick. So I hired a developer. I think I paid like $1,000 or $2,000, and we just couldn't get the software right. We had a really good concept. I believe my concept of what I was looking for was super, super cool, but we just weren't able to get the software going. And I ended up, throwing away a couple $1,000, which is just part of the game with being an entrepreneur, and it just happens. Okay. So yeah, just wanted to share with you, the reason why I bring that story up is that it's kind of near and dear to my heart, because this software that I'm seeing right here is kind of like a dream. I couldn't even imagine a software quite like this one right here 4 years ago, because I was just trying to get backgrounds with text on the images, right? And so you could create some coloring books with just the quotes coloring books. And this is just taking everything to a whole nother level. It's creating the designs for you, creating the backgrounds, creating everything for you within just a couple of clicks of a button. And so it's just mind blowing where Ike has taken this software. And then the developer that's created the software, I might just add, has been in the space for the last 4 or 5 years as well. He was creating software tools in this space before AI even existed, doing all kinds of add-ons and tools and extensions for like PowerPoint and creating coloring pages using Microsoft PowerPoint and all kinds of cool stuff. So his name's Luke Bose, I believe, and he is the creator of Bose Publishing. And I've sold his products before, and he's been in the space for years as well. So you've got 2 leading experts in the coloring book space that merged together to create this tool. So that's pretty important to know as well. Super cool stuff. Okay, let's look at what they created for us. Look at the stained glass right here with the background. You got a giraffe right there. This is just going to be creating some super, super cool stuff. Now, if you're not careful, you do want to look like this one wouldn't work because the tree turned into a giraffe right there. There actually would be ways that we can edit this out as well, but this is what it looks like. Super, super cool. Now we can just continue to keep adding to our coloring book if we want to. What does PNG mean? We click on PNG and it just immediately downloads that image to a PDF PNG right there. So you can just download it instantly. Super cool stuff right there. Let's just go in and just see what other stuff we can do. Let's go into this basic one and just say edit. So if we click the edit button, it brings up an actual editor where we can free draw right here. We can, sign our name, whatever we want to do. We can change the brush color. We can transform this. We can add text right here and just go and add the font size. And we can add that, put lion right there. We can change the text outline. We want to make that bigger, more thick as well. So there you go. There is lion, and we can even make this bigger by just dragging and dropping. We could also come down here and put the lion somewhere else on the page, maybe right there. And then we would just shrink that down. So all kinds of cool stuff that we can do, different little tools in here. We have an eraser. You can erase right here. So now you can see we're erasing. We can also do an undo button right there. And so those are some basic tools. And then just make sure you save and exit. I'm going to go ahead and exit right now. So those are the basic features. For the most part, those are what you're going to get inside of the front end offer. Let's go into a single niche multiplier. So enter a single prompt. And what this is going to do, let's just stick with lions. So I'm going to say lion, or let's just change it up so you guys can see something else. So let's just say dragon. All right, so we've got dragon. background layer assist. Let's just say you want to create one for, like third or fourth graders. Let's go. Let's go with no background for now. And let's go with steampunk. That's a new one that they created. And then we'll go back down to medium right here. And this is where you can choose how many you want. So look at this. I think this is in the pro version, guys, on this part. So this, what I'm showing you right now is definitely an upgraded version, but let's just go and create 5, but you can create up to 50 at once. And then I'm going to go ahead and say queue, task, and notify by email. So that way it's going to go out and do this pro feature or the elite feature, or it's going to go out there and just create these. We can move, we can exit out, we can log out. It's going to go and it tells you right here that it's going to email us when we are done. While it's doing that, I'm going to go over here and upload clip art. So this is where you can drag and drop clip art. So let's just go over here and say free clip art. Let's go and download a clip art from somewhere. Clipart.com. Type in dog. We're just sticking with the theme of dogs right now. Let's go and just grab this dog right here. And you can see it's fully colored. All right, so here is a clip art right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually just screenshot this real quick. This is just for information purposes. You don't want to do this. You wouldn't put this on anything and try to sell it, but this is just to show a little bit. Then we're going to come back over here and we are going to add that clip art here. So we're going to add that clip art, and then what we can do is choose the size and then push generate. And now what it can do is it's going to go out there and change this colored clip art into a black and white coloring page for us. Okay, so that was super fast. It only took like 8 seconds to do that. And so here is our clip art that we changed. So there could be a number of uses for this. We could also update the line thickness as well. So that's a really cool feature as well. It probably doesn't just work with clip art. You could probably put in just any object that you want to turn into a coloring page, you can do as well. Okay, we are back real quick and we're going to wrap this review up. Now, I did the first try. I didn't automatically get the email, so I'm not really sure what's going on with that. I will have to look and see on my account, or if I actually have access to that, because I checked my accounts and I didn't see any email come through. But what I did was I went back and I created one still with dragon, kawaii coloring style, and I just did 4 pages right here, and then I chose to do a background, and then I pushed enter, and it took about maybe 2 minutes, and it created the 4 pages for us. And so you can see it's going to create for each one. It's important to know. So each one of these that you have right here, it's going to create 4 images for each layer, if that makes sense. So if you create 4 right here, it's going to create that 4 times. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it's 4 times 4 is 16. So does that make sense? Multiply this. It's going to be 4 times itself. So it actually created 16 images. So there is a little bit of a reason why it takes a little bit of time. Now what you can do is you can come over here, and this is where you can go and add these to and create a coloring book that you would like to. But look at these in the kawaii style. They're little dragons with backgrounds, mushrooms, all kinds of stuff. This is just brilliant coloring book creation software that you have so much control over, the line thickness and everything. One last thing I wanted to see if I can do is the Speedy book export. Okay, perfect. So this is how the Speedy book export works. So what I need to do is export that mode because we don't want those anymore. All right, so we have no images. I'm going to delete all these lion images real quick using the tool. So this is great to show you how to use this last part if you want to create full-fledged coloring books. So now you can see we have nothing in our queue on the left-hand side over here, okay? All right, so we're going to create some more pages, 16 more pages under the cartoon art style. We'll be right back. All right, so I seem to have run out of credits on my account. I'm going to be just picking up the software because I know the value of it and that I can actually make money from Nurie Creator. So if you want me to come back and do another tutorial on how to create a full-fledged coloring book with the software, just type something in below in the comments. That way I know you watched the whole video and you want more tutorials on how to use the software. Remember to get 10 of my crazy bonuses right here that I've used these in my designs to make money. This stuff just flat out works. It's a business in a box right over here, picking up the software, picking up all my special bonuses. If you pick up the tool, click the link below and go push this button over here, pick up the tool, and then you'll get all these bonuses delivered to you directly in your Warrior Plus account. Remember, I made $6,000 just on a small only coloring book niche account on Teachers Pay Teachers. You can make money on Etsy, Teachers Pay Teachers, Shopify, and then the big heavy hitter one is the Amazon platform where you can sell Amazon on KDP, Kindle Direct Publishing. Thanks for joining me. Make sure to go pick this up, and I'll see you in the next video. All right, so I went ahead and just created a couple images because I just did not want to finish this video without showing you a very powerful feature that you get in the elite version, which is to create coloring books with this, okay? So what we're gonna do is, here is a cartoon style, no background. We created these 8 images real quick. So let's just say I wanted to add all of these. So I'm gonna go ahead and just push the add button. So we've added 4 images right here. Let's go ahead and add the other images as well. Okay, so now that we have all 8 images added over here to the left-hand sidebar, right, we can go over here and we can go Speedy Book Export. I'm going to click that Speedy Book Export function, and it's going to go and do its thing. One thing about the software is nothing's really happening right now, but we know we clicked that. So you just want to kind of sit and just wait, and then it loads. They need to have some type of, I would like to see the software speed up a little bit, but then also having a little bit more on if it's loading or waiting or not. So every time you click some, just kind of wait a little bit, let the software kind of catch up. But now look at what we can do. So we have 8x11, we have all of our blank pages, because if you're going to post this to publish this to Amazon KDP, you're going to need blanks pages in between as well. So it does that for us. Now look what we can do. We can set our image order. We can change the size of the coloring book if we wanted to. We can use prompts as text. Now watch what ends up happening on the page. We can add text, and what we're going to do is use prompts as text. I'm going to click that, and now we're going to have these. You can see that whatever our prompt was, right, is going to be underneath there as dragon. Obviously we can come in here and we can say, happy dragon right there, and that's going to update. So it's going to say happy dragon right there. Okay. So we can go ahead and do that, and you can put these texts right over here. We can also make the image border thickness thicker. We don't have to have image text if we don't want. We can change the font, and it'll update the font for all of them. As you can see, we can go and change the font size over here, and you can see that the font is a lot bigger on all of them, and it just updated all of them as well. We can enable a copyright page right here, and then you're going to be able to go in and put your book title right here, author name, Mr. Dragon. You can upload your own image for title page right there if you want to. You can put your website, and then your copyright text and everything right there. You can change the font of all that as well. So that's where this color page test comes in right over here, where, people that are really into coloring pages and coloring books, you have some different test coloring page. But then there's your title page and cover page and everything. And then and then you have your blank pages afterwards and so forth. So that's how you would be able to do the full length coloring page. And then you would export. So you'd click the export mode button, and then it's going to, I did that wrong. You don't want to push export mode, because that's just going to take you back to the previous mode that you were in. And then we lost all of our settings. So that's one thing to note. Just some of the things that I've noticed that I guess would be negatives is that the software doesn't save your images either, and that kind of makes sense. That would just require so much bandwidth and database. So while you're working in the tool, you've got to really be sure and save everything and export everything. Even if you don't think you may not use it, just go ahead and export it and delete it off your computer later, because there's no place to go for history. It doesn't save your images, at least that I've seen. So we would start the book over right here, but you need to click this generate PDF button right here, and that's where it's going to go out there. You wait a few seconds, and now it'll go and export the coloring book for us. And you can see it's rendering the PDF. Please wait. We'll be right back. And this is where we have a nice fancy status bar, which I like that. I think we need a little bit more of these along the way when we click buttons. Maybe some type of small status button that just shows that it's loading. And then overall, just the speed of the software, we need to speed it up a little bit. But other than that, I'm very impressed with Nurie Creator. All right, so it updated and it says your download is ready. And this is where a button will appear and it says download. So we'll click that, and we have our exported book right here. Let's go take a look at what we've got. So it starts off, obviously, via the title page. It would be right there. Then you have your blank. And then you have your next coloring page and so forth. So there's all of our pages of 16 pages coloring page book created very quickly. Thanks.